Hello, people. Am I audible? Cool. So, how are you guys doing? Everything is good? Great, great. So, it's just 9, huh? Abhi, people are joining. Hello and welcome, everybody. काका सही है बहुत अच्छा लगा वापस तुम्हें देखकर मेरी क्लास में गॉड ऑफ मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग सर मुझे गॉड वर्ड का नहीं पता लेकिन ये देखिए ये कंटिन्यूअस मेहनत चलती रहती है और कोशिश यही रहती है मेरे एफर्ट्स यही रहते हैं दैट कैसे भी करके मतलब जिस भी सब्जेक्ट को जिस भी टॉपिक को मैं टच करूं। गुड इवनिंग गुड इवनिंग। हाँ अभी मैं लखनऊ में हूँ इन माय होम टाउन। कूल। संदीप रेड्डी जी सो प्लीज इंग्लिश। श्योर श्योर श्योर। You see, I'll be repeating everything in English. Okay? Imran MD. This MD is for managing director or machine design? Welcome everybody. और कैसे हैं आप लोग? ओहो हो आई एम सॉरी। पर पहले एम और डी दोनों कैपिटल में आए थे ना, दैट्स व्हाई आई कुड नॉट फिगर आउट। कूल। बालाजी प्लीज इंग्लिश। ओके 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 नो प्रॉब्लम। I'll be using English in between. Allow me to use a little bit of Hindi because sometimes I'm good, Imran. I'm good. सॉम में थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम आ रही है। There is some problem coming in सॉम. So feel free to contact me. You people don't call me. Like, why did you leave Ace? Uh, Again, this is a public platform, so I cannot discuss these personal matters here. But you can always call me and we'll discuss that why did I leave? Or maybe I did not leave. God knows. The remaining 8 questions. Uh, Starting tomorrow, I'll every single day I'll solve remaining 8 questions of SOM. Yes, yes, yes. This video will be there on Unacademy. It will not be deleted. So your teaching is amazing, sir. You see, you students are my power. You students are my dignity. You students are everything for me. For PM9 gears, I'll conduct a special class for gears. Free special class. You'll be welcome in that. Rajiv sir has also joined an academy. Actually, Rajiv sir is attending. Okay. Yes, we are going to make a super team in an academy, and you're awesome in teaching. Thank you so much for your appreciation. Your appreciation is the real encouragement. I mean, when students say that they are satisfied, they have experienced something new and something special, Truly speaking, that is the real achievement. In last 7 years, I have earned so much of money, but money is not a parameter to judge our profession. To judge our profession, there is only one thing, that how good students feel at the end of the class. That is the best possible thing. So many people have been joined. Pavan sir join karenge an academy and Shivam sir. Again, you can discuss these things to me by calling me. All of you have my contact number and you can always call me. Hello, sir, you're awesome. Actually, you guys are awesome because without you guys, I'm nothing. So let's not delay it further. Let's cool from Pune. Pune is a city that I'm always have been in love with. Like, if given a chance, I'd like to settle in Pune. But upload more super questions. Yes. Actually, my cousin brother's marriage was there. So for last 2 3 days, I could not post so many videos. But starting tomorrow, super questions will start coming out every other day, and simple funda series also it will continue, and previous year gate questions thing will also continue. In Tom, you want velocity and acceleration diagram. I'll conduct a special class very soon. I'll conduct a special class here on an Academy app. I'll conduct a special class for velocity analysis and also acceleration analysis. I center and acceleration. I center is a part of velocity analysis, so that will be covered. No problem. So I'm very glad to see all of you how to become great like you. I'm not great. I have my own weaknesses. I have my own drawbacks. I have my own frustrations. Because having frustrations and having weaknesses is a part of human being. I mean, being a human, you have your highs, you have your lows. On certain days, you'll feel positive. On certain days, you'll feel negative. I think the best possible strategy to live is that let things pass. Always be aware of the fact that if happiness has entered, it will also pass. And if some negative things have entered, they will also pass. When you start teaching in else platform, ESC platform, I'll take subscription. Okay, Prasoon G, I'm going to start teaching in ESC platform very soon. Is this page enough for your figure, sir? Yes, that is one thing that cannot be done here. I cannot go out of the board. I'll have to remain within the board because outside the board will not be visible to you. Trusses ka video banaiye. Sure. I'll conduct a special class. So let me note down the topic somewhere. Okay, your comments will anyway be visible to me. So trusses is a popular demanding topic. Velocity and acceleration analysis is a demanding topic. And gears for PM9, I'll take a special class. So let's start now, no? Okay, cool. Let's start. So we are going to discuss about free vibrations, and I just assume that all of you are GATE 2020 aspirants, or most of you are 2020 aspirants. So I'll not go into last 45 days timetable. Okay, I'll make a video for that. Prerit, I'll make a video. Very much needed is the formula list. Formula list of which subject? Okay, if you want formula list of mechanics of solids, then you must be having my number. Just say hi to me and on WhatsApp, and I'll send the formula list of mechanics of solids. I have summary tables of mechanics of solids in PDF. So I'll send it over to you. Just make sure that you're going to rock, all of you are going to rock formula list for machine design. Okay, I'll share formula list for machine design also. But what you'll have to do is you'll have to send that request to me on WhatsApp. Forward your mobile number. Oh, you guys, I have shared my mobile number in all possible batches, in all possible classes. So let me share it once again. I'm just writing it. I have been saying it again and again in all possible batches that feel free to contact me ever. Preferably call me. Even if you have texted something on WhatsApp, then also call me and say this that, sir, I have sent you this WhatsApp. Please check it out. Formula list available kahan hoga? Where that formula list will be available, I'll send it to you. I will personally send it to you. So you are a legend. I don't know whether I'm a legend or not, but sir, this is a daily routine for me. And these books are here, and so many books are there in my wardrobe. This is a daily routine for me. Even my family is, a little bit in tension that probably this guy will become mad or something. So reading is a habit that is embedded in my life, and I'm always on a path to learn. God of Song. Thank you so very much. How many books do you read, sir? In mechanical engineering, I must have read over 50 books so far. Som Baba. This must be Delhi student, no? I know. I'm a big fan. I'm so grateful to you guys. And I say it again, I'm encouraged, and by your appreciation, I'm encouraged to do even better in future. I promise that wherever I'll be, I'll leave no stone unturned. मैं कोई कोर कसर बाकी नहीं रखूंगा कभी भी. I'll leave no stone unturned to help all possible future mechanical engineers in whatever possible manner I can. All right. Because Abdul Kalam sir has been my inspiration forever. If you have seen my book, I have dedicated my book to Abdul Kalam sir. I'll show that to you. I'll show this to you that the dedication page of my book is for Abdul Kalam sir. I don't know whether this is going to be visible or not, but so he has been my inspiration, and he once said that I want to live for the dais and I want to die at the dais. That means he was, by heart, he was a teacher. And after he, retired from the public life, he went to various universities and took the lectures, start the fluid statics topic. Actually, book hai hum log ke paas. That's great. So dedication is for Abdul Kalam sir. यूं तो तेरे हो जाए, यूं तो तेरे ख्वाबों के, ओहो हो. Okay, let's start the free vibration because we have already wasted around 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and learn something as a start on ESC platform. On ESC platform, I'm starting my classes on 17th. On 17th, I'll start machine design revision. Okay, guys, now let me start, because if we will be doing all these conversations, then it will continue for hour and hour and hour. So let us start. What do you say? Cool. Let us start. Okay, so because most of you must be preparing for GATE 2020. Okay, guys, so let us start. So most of you, I assume that most of you must be preparing for GATE 2020. Therefore, I'm going to remain to the point, okay? I'll not go into so much of background. I'll remain to the point, focused. That, I mean, gate oriented study we will do here. That what exactly is vibration? You think about it. What exactly is vibration? You think about a spring, and then you think about a mass, and then, my dear friends, you take this mass, take this mass from here, and listen very attentively, huh? Each and every step. Listen very attentively. Last 5-10 minutes, we will again discuss number of concerns that you might be having. So when you disturb this mass from here, this mass is staying here. Let's say some kind of roller is there, and with the help of that roller, this mass is staying here, something like this, and this horizontal plane support is available, flat surface is available continuously. Now suppose you disturb this mass from here. You take this mass from here and you take this mass up to some distance here, then you leave it. What you have imparted in that mass? In that mass, you have imparted some, in that mass and spring system, you have imparted some potential energy. Why? Because spring will like to return to its original equilibrium position. So when you are disturbing the mass from its equilibrium position to this final position, you are imparting some potential energy into the spring. All right. So you're imparting some potential energy into the spring, and then because of that potential energy, the mass and the spring will have a tendency to come back to equilibrium position. It will have a tendency to come back to this equilibrium position. This is the mean equilibrium position, where this is the mean equilibrium position where the entire setup was stable. And then you take it away from the mean equilibrium position and you disturb it. So it has some excess potential energy. Because of that potential energy, it will start restoring itself. It will start coming back. Now, while it is coming back, an interesting phenomenon happens. When it is coming back, you will say that it will come back and it must again come back to the mean position and it should rest. But यहाँ से शुरू होती है interesting कहानी, that from here the interesting story is going to start, that when it is returning to the mean position, it acquires momentum. If mass was not there, then spring will just come back. That's it. Suppose for a moment that it was massless, then spring will just come back. That's it. But because inertia is there, so in this process of restoring, in this process of coming back, it will gain some momentum. And from Newton's second law, you know that if a mass has gained some momentum, then it cannot stop all of a sudden. वो अभी रुक नहीं जाएगा उधर, वो तो कंटिन्यू रखेगा अपनी मोशन को. So while the spring will try to restore this, the mass is going to continue backward because it will gain some momentum. And then the spring, after some time, the mass will reach here, and then the spring will realize that this is not my natural equilibrium position. This is not my mean equilibrium position. So when the mass will reach here, let's say this position is zero position, and this position is A1, and this position is A or 0, and this position is A1. When you disturb this and then you leave it, then that disturbing force disappears and you leave it. So it goes back, and suppose after it crosses the mean position, why it crosses the mean position, by the way? I told you that the mass will gain some momentum, and if the mass will gain some momentum, it is not going to stop. It is not going to stop. And then, my dear friends, it will come here, let's say to A2 position, or let's say to A initial and A final position. You can call this as AI, and you can call this position as AF. And then again, spring will realize that this is not my mean position. So it will once again start going back towards the mean position. अभी स्प्रिंग को लगेगा कि यार ये तो लोचा हो गया, ये तो मेरी मीन पोजीशन है ही नहीं, तो फिर से स्प्रिंग के अंदर एक रिस्टोरिंग प्रॉपर्टी है, तो वो मीन पोजीशन की तरफ ले जाना शुरू करेगा, और मीन पोजीशन की तरफ ले जाना शुरू करेगा तो सर ये जब मीन पोजीशन की तरफ ले जाना शुरू करेगा, फिर से मास मोमेंटम गेन करेगा, फिर से वो मीन पोजीशन को क्रॉस कर जाएगा। तो वाइब्रेशन कुछ नहीं है सर, वाइब्रेशन है एक बार आपने उसमें पोटेंशियल दे दिया तो पोटेंशियल काइनेटिक, काइनेटिक पोटेंशियल, पोटेंशियल काइनेटिक, काइनेटिक पोटेंशियल, पोटेंशियल काइनेटिक, काइनेटिक पोटेंशियल, पोटेंशियल काइनेटिक, काइनेटिक पोटेंशियल, दैट्स इट। Vibration is nothing but just an alternation between potential, kinetic, potential, kinetic, potential, kinetic, potential, kinetic. At extreme position, there is some potential energy because the spring has been elongated. At the mean position, mass gains velocity and some kinetic energy is there. Of course, I am assuming that there is no energy loss. Once you have given some energy, that energy is just alternating between potential, kinetic, potential, kinetic, potential, kinetic. Those who have joined just now, let me tell you that अभी ऐसा कुछ मैंने कवर नहीं किया है, अभी मैं बस मैं वाइब्रेशन इंड्यूस क्यों होता है ये बता रहा हूं. I'm just telling that why vibration gets induced. Now let me take you, let me remain to the point, let me not go into the so much of background, and let me take you to the development of fundamental equation of this vibratory motion. So you take it away from the mean position, you take it away from the mean position. This is the mean equilibrium position at which the mass was happy, at which the mass was happy, and then you have taken it to some distance and you have disturbed this. Okay, so at this particular position, the mass must be having some velocity and the mass must be having some acceleration after you have disturbed it, and after that vibratory motion is continuing, then this mass must be having some velocity and it must be having some acceleration. What forces this particular mass is going to experience? What forces this particular mass is going to experience? My dear friends, this particular mass is going to experience two major forces here. Number one, that because you have displaced this mass, so spring has been elongated, and if a spring has been elongated, number one, there will be some force due to spring. The spring force is going to be K into X, where K is what? Where K is the stiffness of the spring. And by D'Alembert's principle, if it is accelerating by x double dot is acceleration and x dot is velocity. Because you know, position का derivative होता है velocity और velocity का भी derivative होता है acceleration. Derivative of position is velocity and derivative of velocity is acceleration, isn't it? So guys, if it is accelerating, then it will also experience some inertia force. It will also experience some inertia force, and that what happened? Hello. So it will also experience some inertia force. Okay. It will experience some inertia force, and you know, inertia force is nothing but ma. I'm denoting the acceleration not by a but by x double dot. Now you balance everything. So please be attentive because I'm going to tell you some interesting approach as far as free vibrations are concerned. What is, by the way, what is free vibration? What is free vibration? Free vibration is that there is no loss of energy and there is no source of energy. There is no loss of energy. That's why we call it free vibration. That means it will continue like that only. But if there is no source of energy, how the hell vibration continues? Those who have joined later, let me tell you that free vibration is what? Free vibration is that there is no loss of energy and also there is no source of energy. There is no source of energy. You have just disturbed it once. And after you have disturbed it once, you have imparted some potential energy. That potential energy changes into kinetic, kinetic again changes into potential, potential again changes into kinetic, kinetic again changes into potential. Free vibration is nothing. In one line, you can define it just the alternating between potential kinetic, potential kinetic, potential kinetic. Keep that in mind. Hello and welcome, everybody. So, we are currently thinking about and we are currently discussing about free vibrations. Now, let us balance these forces. We have these two forces here. We have mx double dot and we have kx. These two forces are there and we are going to balance them. And this is how we get a differential equation. This is how we get a differential equation for describing the vibratory motion. X double dot plus k by m into x is equal to 0. All right. Now I will take you. I say it again. I say it for one last time. How springs stop vibrating if there is no loss of energy? So Devashish is asking that why in real practical world springs stop after certain period of vibrations. They finally and they eventually stop if there is no loss of energy. Are we discussing about real practical systems? No, we are discussing about an ideal system. Now you will say, why an ideal system? So in machine design classes, I have told this to you repeatedly that first you deal with ideal systems, then gradually you start saying sorry. At extreme position, direction should be right side, no? MA direction. It depends that whether it is going away from the mean position or it is coming back to the mean position. It depends. So only sign will change. Only plus or minus will change. It doesn't matter really. So real practical systems will always have some loss of energy, and losses can be of multiple types. For example, there could be solid friction, there could be liquid friction. Liquid friction we call damping, okay, and solid friction we call Coulomb damping, and liquid friction we call viscous damping. So that is next step. We always start with an ideal system that there is no loss of energy and there is also no time dependent force present. So free vibration is what? Free vibration is the vibration when you have no loss of energy, no loss of energy, and you have second thing. There is a second condition, and that second condition is that there should be no time dependent force or no energy source present. No time dependent force or no energy source should be present. Then we call it free vibrations. Now I'm clarifying it for one last time. Why inertia force always acts opposite to the direction of displacement? Actually, it doesn't act opposite to the direction of displacement. It acts opposite to the direction of acceleration. Suppose you are moving forward, but you are retarding continuously. Then inertia force will be in the direction of displacement only. Let me, we can discuss about it in some other class. As of now, let me clarify that this mx double dot could be in negative x direction also, and this mx double dot could be in positive x direction also. That doesn't really matter. You will have plus or you will have minus here. That doesn't really matter. Okay. So we can discuss about inertial aspects in some other class. Let me take you to another approach now. What is the another approach? Another approach is, now listen very attentively. बहुत ध्यान से समझियो. बहुत ध्यान से समझियो सर. एक दूसरी अप्रोच बताता हूं मैं आपको. I'm telling you another approach. अच्छा, wait, do one thing. Let's have a question session at the end. Huh? Otherwise, it will get interrupted so much that in 1 hour nothing will be completed. So this is a humble request to you that we'll have a question answer session in last 10 minutes. Cool. So here is another approach. I told you repeatedly, now I have told this to you for 10 times, that free vibrations, there is no loss of energy and there is no source of energy. It's just one time you have induced some energy and that is getting alternated. Potential, kinetic, kinetic, potential, potential, kinetic, kinetic, potential, potential, kinetic, kinetic, potential. So that means the total energy of the system is not changing because there is no loss of energy. Now, what is the total energy of the system? The total energy of the system is the kinetic energy, which is half mv square. I'm denoting the velocity by x dot, and potential energy is half kx square. I just hope that you know the potential energy formula for the spring, and because this total energy, because there is no loss and because this total energy is remaining constant, my dear friends, with respect to time, its derivative will be 0, because with respect to time this total energy is not changing. Now we will have half m, and what will be the differentiation of v? This is velocity, okay? This is velocity. I'm representing velocity as x dot. So what will be the derivative? Derivative will be 2x dot and x double dot. And what will be the derivative of x square? The derivative of x square will be 2x, and then you will have x dot. Now guys, you see something will go out of here. x dot ने x dot को मार दिया और 2 ने 2 को मार दिया. 2 ने 2 को मार दिया. What are we left with? We are left with, what exactly are we left with? We are left with mx double dot plus kx is equal to 0. Now you can take that m to the, you can divide by m, and if you divide by m you get x double dot plus k by m into x is equal to 0. कहाँ पहुंचे आप? वहीं पहुंचे जहां पर आप न्यूटोनियन मैकेनिक्स अप्रोच से पहुंचे थे. Where did you reach? You reached exactly at the same destination where you reached from the Newtonian mechanics approach. Okay, now I'll take you to this destination by a third route. Now I'll take you to this destination by a third route. Let me clarify that so far we have adopted two routes. One was Newtonian mechanics approach. One was Newtonian mechanics approach, and the second one is the energy approach. And this one is a beautiful approach. Which one is better, by the way? Which approach is better? You guys tell me. Just write one or two. Just write one or two. Okay, some of you are writing first approach is better and most of you are writing second approach is better. Looking at this example, it seems like first approach is better. But let me tell you that the second approach is going to give you quicker answers, and therefore in most of the natural frequency problems, we will adopt the second approach. And I'm going to solve some problems. You don't worry. First of all, let me very quickly recapitulate. Let me very quickly recapitulate once again that my dear friends, मेरे प्यारे दोस्तों, ये मास है, यहाँ मीन पोजीशन पर बैठा हुआ है, इसको आपने उठाया और डिस्टर्ब कर दिया. You disturbed it. And after you disturbed it, you, after you disturbed it, you actually imparted some potential energy into the spring. And when you imparted some potential energy into the spring, then you left. The disturbing agent has left. Then that potential energy, spring is using that potential energy to get the mass back to the mean position. As the mass gets back to the mean position, it acquires some momentum. When it acquires some momentum, it just crosses the mean position. And then the spring realizes again that अरे ये तो गलती हो गई, मीन पोजीशन पे रुकना था मुझे, मैं तो मीन पोजीशन को क्रॉस करके इधर आ गई. तो स्प्रिंग फिर से उसको पुश करना स्टार्ट करेगा. Spring will start pushing it back to the mean position once again. And this is how the potential energy gets converted to kinetic energy, and then kinetic energy gets converted to potential energy. Then again, potential gets converted to kinetic, kinetic gets converted to potential, and the vibration incidentally is going to continue. This is a very ideal picture, of course, because we are assuming no loss of energy and we are assuming no source of energy also. So once you have imparted some energy, and that energy is changing between potential kinetic, potential kinetic, potential kinetic, then using Newtonian mechanics approach and using energy approach, the total energy must remain constant. I mean, total energy should not change with time. Therefore, उसका टाइम डेरिवेटिव जीरो कर दिया मैंने. तो वहां दोनों जगह से using both these approaches, we reached to the same conclusion. How potential energy of the spring is taken in doubt session. Sure, we will have a doubt session. Okay, in last 10 minutes, we'll have a doubt session. Let me quickly complete this so that I can solve one or two problems also. So that one or two problems I can solve quickly. Now I will take, please remember this destination, okay? Please remember this final equation that we have obtained. And now I'll take you once again to this destination. So you once again, I say this once again to you that sir, we adopted Newtonian mechanics approach. We adopted Newtonian mechanics approach and we obtained one equation like this. And then we adopted energy approach. Then we adopted energy approach, and adopting energy approach, we reached to the same position, isn't it? We reached to the same final equation. X double dot plus k by m into x is equal to 0. Now I'll take you to this destination in a third possible way. And that is a very imaginary and very interesting way. So please be very attentive and try understanding. Please be very attentive and try understanding. बहुत ध्यान से समझियो. ये है स्प्रिंग और ये है मीन पोजीशन मास का. ये है मास का मीन पोजीशन. एंड सपोज मास यहाँ इनिशियल पोजीशन है और ये दूसरी एक्सट्रीम पोजीशन है, फाइनल पोजीशन लेट्स से. तो ये दोनों के बीच में मास ऐसे वाइब्रेट करता रहेगा. इट विल कीप वाइब्रेटिंग बिटवीन this initial and final position, and this is the mean position here, the one that I'm marking right now. That is the mean position, this one. Okay, now listen very attentively, otherwise you'll not understand this. Okay, listen very attentively and try understanding. Guys, you imagine, I'm underlining the word imagine. Okay, underline the word imagine. You imagine another particle. This particle is there, and this particle, this blue particle, is vibrating continuously between this extreme position in this extreme position. The middle one is representing the mean position. So it is vibrating like this. You imagine another particle. Imagine this red particle. Imagine this red particle. And imagine this red particle to be undergoing into a circular motion. Imagine this red particle to be undergoing into a circular motion, and the circle is equal to this. Imagine this red particle in a circular motion in such a way that the diameter of circle is equal to the length between these extreme positions. The diameter of the circle is equal to the length between these extreme positions. So just imagine a circle. Just imagine a circle like this. And suppose this red particle is moving along this circle, and suppose it is moving with constant angular velocity omega. Just an imagination, okay? Suppose this red particle is moving along this circle of radius r, and suppose it is moving with constant angular velocity omega. All right. And then, my dear friends, listen very attentively and try understanding. Listen very attentively and try understanding. You have this blue particle which is actually vibrating along this horizontal line between these extreme positions. And then you have this red particle that is moving along a circle that is just an imaginary particle. वो किधर तो है नहीं, वो पूरी तरह से आपके दिमाग का फितूर है. It's just a creation of your mind. Okay, so this red particle, we'll call it B. Now, when this blue particle is available at A1, when this blue particle is available at A1, then this red particle is available here itself at B1. Now, when this red particle will move to this new position B2, then imagine the shadow of this red particle here on the horizontal line. And this time that A particle, you'll have to imagine here at this position A2. Then, my dear friends, once again, you keep imagining B moving along the circle. Then B occupies this new position B3. And when B occupies this new position B3, once again, imagine the shadow of that B3 on the horizontal line. And that is going to tell you, the position of A here. All right. तो जब B सर्कल पे मूव कर रहा है, उसी समय उसकी परछाई इस हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन पे मूव कर रही है. When B is moving along the circle, its shadow is moving along the horizontal line. Okay, and B is moving with omega angular velocity. B is moving with omega angular velocity. That means omega radian per second. Omega is its frequency basically. That it completes how many chakkars per second? It completes omega divided by 2 pi chakkars per second. Omega divided by 2 pi revolutions per second. Okay. Then, my dear friends, B reaches here, the B4 position. And once again, you imagine the shadow of this B particle on the horizontal line. And that shadow is going to tell you that where that A particle is available currently at A4. And then when B is going to reach to B5, then A will reach where? Then A will reach to this extreme position A5. Do you realize that this Dimag ka fitur is interesting? This creation of your mind is interesting. Why? Because when A will complete one complete vibration, when A will complete one total vibration, then B will complete one total chakkar. Then B will complete one total revolution. That means the frequency of vibration of A will be equal to the frequency of revolution of B. All right. Now we can deduce the motion of A by the motion of B. Let's do it. Let's create that magic. Let's create that magic. Let's say, my dear friends, let's say that at a particular position, we have B available at some theta angle, and A is available at X position. Can you tell me how would you write X in terms of R and theta? I hope you understand, because I told you repeatedly that be very attentive and try understanding. I told you about an equation in Newtonian mechanics approach. I told you about the same equation in energy approach. We have covered, we have deduced, we have derived the same equation through two approaches. One is Newtonian mechanics approach and another is energy approach. Someone replied x is equal to r cos theta. That is very correct. So x is equal to r cos theta. Let's come back. So currently I'm telling you something magical here, that you have to, when A is vibrating along the horizontal line, you have to imagine just a hypothetical particle moving along a circle in such a way that A is like its shadow, जैसे उसकी परछाई horizontal line पे move कर रही हो. जब B circle पे move कर रहा है तो उसकी परछाई horizontal line पे move कर रही होगी, and you realize that they coincide here and they coincide here. That means when A is completing half vibration, B is completing half revolution. When A will return another half vibration, B will complete another half revolution. So we can write x is equal to, we can write x is equal to r cos theta. Theta can be written as omega t. Why? Because angular velocity is nothing but angular displacement divided by time. So we can write theta as angular velocity multiplied by time. So I'm replacing it here. I'm replacing it here, and I'll get r cos omega t. Now let us differentiate this. Let us differentiate this, and we get r. And what is the differentiation of cos theta? The differentiation of cos theta is sine theta, and omega t, it will be differentiated once again, so you'll get omega. Let us differentiate it once again. So the derivative of x dot will become x double dot. And what is the derivative of sine omega t? The derivative of sine omega t will be cos omega t, and omega t को तो फिर से differentiate करोगे ना? You'll differentiate omega t once again. So omega will come again, and r omega is already there. R omega is already there. So you get x double dot is equal to minus omega square r cos omega t. Now what is this r cos omega t? What is this r cos omega t, my dear friends? R cos omega t is nothing but x. So we get x double dot is equal to minus omega square x, and we can write x double dot plus omega square x is equal to 0. I promised you that we are going to reach to the same destination. In Newtonian mechanics approach, we reached to the same destination. If you have joined me earlier, then you know what I'm talking about. और अगर आप शुरू से नहीं थे, तो मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि एक बार सेशन खत्म हो तो आप रिकॉर्डेड सेशन रहेगा एनीवेज, तो रिकॉर्डेड सेशन आप फिर से देख सकते हो टू क्लियर द थिंग्स, बिकॉज हम पहले ही डिस्कस कर चुके हैं काफी सारी चीजें. We have already discussed number of things. So guys, in Newtonian mechanics approach, we reached to the same destination. In energy approach, we reached to the same destination. And in a third approach, where we are Thinking about a hypothetical particle moving along a circle. In third approach also we reached to the same destination. Now you compare this with this, and then you will realize that Baba, omega square is nothing but k by m. And what is omega representing? Omega is representing two things. Omega is representing the number of revolutions per second. In fact, radian per second, but let me call it number of revolutions because you know, and if you don't know, then know it today, that omega tells you, let me clarify. अभी वो बाद में डाउट से संदेह में बता सकता हूं. अभी के लिए बस याद रखो, ओमेगा tells you radian per second and omega divided by 2 pi tells you revolutions per second. Okay, so directly, indirectly, omega is telling you the revolutions per second. आपने सीखा होगा omega is equal to 2 pi n by 60 if n is revolutions per minute. So, okay, omega represents radian per second, omega by 2 pi represents revolutions per second. That means what? That means omega is representing that how many revolutions per second B is completing. But wait, revolutions of B is the same thing as vibrations of A. Sir, B के revolutions जो हैं वो A के vibrations को भी represent कर रहे हैं at the same time. So we realize that this omega and k by m, they are the same things. So we can get omega square is equal to k by m, and then we get omega is equal to root over k by m. As far as pre-vibrations are concerned, we have 2-3 type of problems, and today we are going to discuss about the first type, and that first type is the frequency problems, where you have to calculate how many vibrations per second are getting completed, how many vibrations per second are getting completed. We call it frequency. So if you understand the concept, good for you. And if you don't understand the concept, even better, because I promise this to you, that problems you will still be able to solve. Problems you will still be able to solve. This kind of circular motion that I have represented here is known by the name simple harmonic motion. This kind of circular motion that I have represented here is known by the name simple harmonic motion. So I just hope that you understand this, and I just hope that you now understand the entire emergence of free vibration. Now let me take one problem. One simple problem. Let me start with a simple problem. I will test your patience for 10 more minutes, because for 10 more minutes, I want you to be very attentive to be able to solve the problems. बहुत ध्यान से समझिए, क्योंकि एक कंसेप्ट यूज करके ही मैं सारे प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने वाला हूं. So let me, as a very first problem, let me take, as a very first problem, let me take, my dear friends, let me take something like this. Let's say there is a rod. Let's say there is a rod, and that rod is attached to a spring. And that rod is also having a mass here. That rod is also having a mass here, and it is supported at a fulcrum. It's supported at a fulcrum exactly at the mid. And this is L, and this is L. And let's say that mass of the rod is also there, okay? Mass of the rod is also there, and that mass of the rod, let's say it is equal to this mass. Let's say it is equal to this mass. Okay. Now, suppose they are asking the natural frequency or the frequency of this system. You know, if you're going to disturb the mass, the rod will vibrate like this. And if there is no loss of energy, it will just continue. It will just continue. So, guys, we are going to adopt, I would recommend you to adopt the energy approach. Always in any problem involving natural frequency calculation, please adopt the energy approach. Total energy is remaining constant because in free vibrations there is no loss of energy. So just calculate the derivative. Torque method. Actually, you can adopt any method. I mean, you are asking torque method, that means you are asking about Newtonian mechanics approach. E is equal to I alpha thing. You can adopt to that approach. I don't have a problem. But believe me, any problem is always going to be easier with energy approach only. Energy approach is the best approach. Let me go ahead and quickly solve this using energy approach. In energy approach, you'll have to give some displacement, okay? You'll have to give. So please follow this entire solution because I'm going to build the solutions one by one. Please follow this solution. Please be very attentive. हाँ, बहुत ध्यान से समझिए. आपको कहीं तो एक डिस्प्लेसमेंट देना होगा, कहीं तो एक डिस्प्लेसमेंट देना होगा. और जब ये डिस्प्लेसमेंट आप दोगे तो मास नीचे आएगा. ऑब्वियसली मास नीचे आएगा तो if the mass will come down, the other end of the rod will go up about the fulcrum, and if the other end of the rod will go up, then the spring will be compressed. Then the spring will be compressed. The other end of the rod will go up, then the spring will be compressed. Let's say this is x2. Can you find out, if this is x, can you find out x2 in terms of x? It's very simple and it's very similar. X2 divided by L. You think about this, that initial position is the black one. Don't worry, I'm going to take some typical problems also. I have started with a simple problem. So initially this black position is there and a hinge is available here. About the hinge, the rod is going to rotate, and the rod is going to rotate. About the hinge, the rod is going to rotate. अरे ये सीधा बन के देता ही नहीं है. Then the spring will be displaced by this amount, and the mass will be displaced down by this amount. And this is L, and this is L. So by similar triangle, you can very clearly see. By similar triangle, you can very clearly see x2 divided by L is equal to x divided by L. So you get x2 is equal to x. Now, ये ध्यान रखना, rod is also having some mass. So now what do you say? You say that total energy is conserved because in free vibrations there is no loss of energy. In free vibrations there is no loss of energy, so total energy is conserved, and if total energy is conserved, then derivative of kinetic energy plus potential energy is going to be 0. Now what is the kinetic energy? Sir, this mass will have some linear motion, so it will have some kinetic energy half mv square, and this rod is having some angular motion about the fulcrum, so it will have some kinetic energy half I omega square, and spring will have some potential energy. I have already proved x2 is equal to x. So spring will have some potential energy half k x square, and because the total energy is conserved, its derivative must be equal to 0. Now, I of the rod is what? About the fulcrum,